Welcome to Be Great Today, weekly inspiration to start your week. I'm Jonathan Bloom, or Frazzy Sparkspan, in the world of Warcraft. So I've been involved in podcasting longer than I've actually been doing it. I attended podcast conferences years ago. Some were in Boston, some were in Philadelphia, hosted by Ken Grant, and one was hosted in Cincinnati by Daniel J. Lewis. Well, years ago at PodCamp Boston, Chris Brogan jumped up at the front and said, "Hey, we are all geeks here." And it kind of has stuck with me for years. We're all geeks. We're afraid sometimes. We are afraid to talk to somebody. I mean, I put leaders on a pedestal sometimes. One of the leaders in my weekly life, Steve, is someone I was afraid to talk to because I didn't want to take their time. I thought, okay, this person's a leader. They don't have time for me. But over the past few years, I've gotten to know them a lot more. And I hope they know how much of an encouragement and an influence they've been on my life. People have been afraid to talk to me due to my fame because I've got a podcast or I stream. We are all geeks, and I use that term lovingly. I'm a huge geek. I'm a huge dork. I'm a nerd. Chris Brogan is someone who's busy. They use their time wisely, and they do a lot of stuff. But they've always had a moment to chat. Now, I want to talk about one thing with leaders, though. With leaders, I've learned the key is not to discuss business topics with them. They get enough of that. Business consultants don't mind talking as long as you don't discuss what they charge people money for. I know business coaches who hate talking with people because the person wants to get free advice that they will then make money off of without actually paying the person for their expertise. One of my great friends, Epic and Sandy, told me that some of his best moments with game devs were asking them things no one else talked about. Not about the mechanics of the game, not about a game storyline, but like, hey, what are your sports ideas? What do you love about D&D? Things that the game developer loves and nobody ever talks to him about. It's finding what makes that person spark a fire and what they will talk about for hours on end. There's somebody that at the podcast meetup that I go to, they work in podcasting every day. When I'm at the meetup and this person who works in podcasting, I try not to talk about podcasting topics with them because they get it all the time. When they're at the meetup, they want to have fun. They want to enjoy life. And I've gotten some cool conversation with them without talking about podcasting. I find it's usually the topics that relate to vocations that make people a little tired. I mean, I can get people to talk for hours when I talk about things that don't make them money, but inspire a passion and a spark in them. So this week, don't be afraid to reach out to that celebrity. Because a lot of celebrities, we put them on pedestals again. We think that they know everybody, that they know everything, that they don't ever need encouragement. No, they do. Just sometimes, probably not in the vocational aspect. But I bet you can find common ground with somebody. Don't try to get free business help or advice, but connect with someone with something that person does or is into that no one else connects with. Leaders need friends. We are all geeks here. Thank you for listening to this week's Be Great Today. You can find the show at inspirationalpodcast.com. And you may have noticed the music's a little different. Try something new. I feel it's been like 109 episodes. Hey, why not switch it up a little bit? I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone. So until next week, be awesome.
This show is brought to you by Dragon Powered Studio. Find more at dragonpoweredstudio.com.